come today to the Las Cañadas area, the high volcanic area at the top of Tenerife, and we're going to do the Roques de Garcia walk. The rock is the peaks you can see just over there, but there is a walk beyond and behind them down onto the crater floor. This is probably one of the shortest walks in the high volcanic area, but it's also one of the most spectacular, so looking forward to this. There's Teide over on our right, so we'll be heading towards Teide for a little bit. Plenty of tourists here, but you soon get out of the main drag of the 100 yards or so that most people will walk up to the rocks, and then you very often have the path pretty much to yourself. Just up ahead is the famous Finger of God, the very elaborate structure carved by nature, looking just like a large finger coming down from the sky. You'll see it on pretty much every brochure of Tenerife and the Teide area. A little bit further along now, and we've got the Roques de Garcia on the left of us, still walking along the line of rocks. They're pretty impressive from this side, but they're certainly a lot more impressive when we drop down into the crater below and see them from the other side. Just in the distance there is Pico Viejo, the old peak, which is really a subsidiary peak of Teide, over slightly to the right. And this is the way we started our walk up Pico Viejo in another video, but we're going to carry on down to the crater floor today. We're coming up to the junction of the two paths. Right for Pico Viejo, which is a long climb on what is actually quite a hot day, but we'll be going left to continue on the Roques de Garcia. This is where we start our descent into the lower crater. Why there are two levels to the crater, I'm not sure. Interesting question, but there are. So we can look down this way and see the path going way into the distance, but we've got quite a bit of descent to do yet before we get down to that level. As you can see now, we can get our first views of the Roques de Garcia from the lower side, and they really are spectacular. There's one lava flow just there, which is obviously coming in between earlier rocks and has just petered out more or less as it's got over the lip. This descent is pretty easy. They've put steps in since I first did this walk, so I don't know if that makes it easier or harder, but anyway, it's perhaps slightly less slippery. And as you can see, all sorts of colours and effects in the volcanic rock all around us now. And you can also see, very often we don't see anyone else on our walks, but on this one the pathway is we're pretty much at the bottom of the incline bit now. Roques de Garcia on our left, and if we look up we can see way above us the Finger of God, so you can imagine just what a drop we've had. Not too difficult in the descent, but still 100 meters or so maybe. And straight ahead of us is this fantastic rock formation known in English as the Cathedral. You can perhaps make out the columns within it, not like the Giant's Causeway vertical, but this time horizontal, and not quite as well formed as the Giant's Causeway in Ireland, but still a fantastic feature. And basically what this is the vent of a volcano which has filled with lava, which has solidified, and then over millions of years the outer cone has eroded completely away, just leaving this solid core of what was once rising lava, moving lava in a volcano which has now, as it were, disappeared. And we're shortly coming up to another junction where we can go left for the Parador and right across the valley floor to the road way over on the right hand side there. So we'll be going left, taking us uphill again back to the Parador. We've got plenty of time for our walk today, so we're going to take this little detour which takes us to a mirador, or a viewpoint overlooking the crater. As you can probably tell, I'm puffing a bit from the ascent, but it's not surprising really, because we're about 2,200 meters altitude, so the air is a little bit thinner and you have to breathe a bit harder accordingly. But it's worth coming up here just to have a look at the cathedral dead ahead there. Tahiti in the background, Roques de Garcia close by. Way down there is the path we've just come up. And over here we have a good view of the crater floor and the path that winds its way over to the road in the far distance. Absolutely flat. There is a group of people walking along just to the left of the mound there, quite a large group, looking tiny down there. And as we come round, look back this way, we can just see the wall and people looking over it, which is our destination, the Parador. So from here, probably go into the cafe maybe, get a drink, very expensive prices, or maybe we'll just sit and relax a bit after our climb up the Roques de Garcia. So, hope you enjoyed this one, and see you on the next one.